A Worldwide Shipping Cargo Guide. Chapter 1. Shipping Things. Shipping Websites. ShipStation.com. AllianceShippingUSA.com. CheckTrans.com/USACDN.htm, Check Transportation, Tips for Shipping from Canada to the US and vice versa. ContainerShipping.com. CTSI-Global.com. DHL-USA.com, DHL. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/list_of_shipping_companies. FedEx.com/a/drop-off/?link =1, FedEx. FreightCenter.com. FreightWorld.com, FreightWorld, International Transportation Services. hal-pc.org/nugent/company.html, Maritime Companies. HellenicMaritime.com, Greek shipping portal. iatea.org/cargo/dg/index.htm, dangerous goods information, useful tips and programs from the International Transport Association. Maritime-network.com/shipping-directory. Marketingfile.com/shipping_companies. Moverlist.net/shipping-and-delivery-companies.asp. Emyas.com, Overseas Shipping Service. Schednet.com/listing/listing.asp, Shipping Companies and Freight Agents List. ShippingConsolidators.com. TheFreightrotico.com. TheShipsList.com. TimetableImages.com/maritime/images/list.htm. UPS.com, UPS. Users.hal-pc.org/nugent/company.html, Maritime Companies. Canadian Shipping Info. CheckTrans.com/USACDN.htm, Check Transportation, Tips for Shipping from Canada to the US and vice versa. iatea.org/cargo/dg/index.htm, dangerous goods information, useful tips and programs from the International Transport Association. tc.gc.ca, Transport Canada. cteam.ca/ctw/index.html, Canadian Transportation Web, information on freight forwarders, customs brokers and other related links. beacon.ca/canada.html, Beacon International Dispatch, table of distances between cities, km. Shipping overseas. iccwbo.org, International Chamber of Commerce, general info about shipping. If you are planning to ship something by mail that costs more than $2,500, the American government wants you to fill out a shipper's export declaration, said. You can get NSED either through customs at customs.gov/AES or at access.gpo.gov. Information on how to fill one out is at census.gov/foreigntrade/correctway. Internationalshipping.info. Shipping-international.com. ups.com/using/services/intl/guide. Containershipping.com. ctsi-global.com. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/list_of_shipping_companies. FreightCenter.com. hal-pc.org/nugent/company.html, Maritime Companies. HellenicMaritime.com, Greek shipping portal. Marketingfile.com/shipping_companies. Moverlist.net/shipping-and-delivery-companies.asp. Emyas.com, Overseas Shipping Service. Schednet.com/listing/listing.asp, Shipping Companies and Freight Agents List. ShippingConsolidators.com. TheFreightrotico.com. TheShipsList.com. TimetableImages.com/maritime/images/list.htm. Users.hal-pc.org/nugent/company.html, Maritime Companies. American Institute for Shippers Association. Washington, D.C. 202-628, 0933. Shippers.org. List of many shippers. Shipping cases and containers for sale. Alibaba.com/showroom/shipping_container_for_sale.html. AsiaTradingOnline.com/shippingfcl.htm. Best-used-tractors.com/shipping_containers.html. Boxstainer.co.uk. Boxtrade.co.uk. bslcontainers.com. Bullmans.co.uk. business.com/directory/industrial_goods_and_packaging_and_containers/shipping_containers. Container ships are the most common means of commercial ocean transportation. As they can carry up to 10,000 containers, the total value of cargo per vessel can reach $200 million. Containerforsale.com. Containermarketing.com. Containersforsale.co.uk. Containersnow.com, Jacksonville, FL. Containersrust.co.uk. Contam.ca. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/container_ship_risks. Govleaky.ion.com. iport.com/sales.html, new and used shipping containers for sale. lcltd.co.uk. onsitestage.com, steel storage containers, 888-667-4834. pentaelvercontainersales.co.uk. portcontainerservices.com.au. ps-west.com. ravenstalkmessage.co.uk. runlab.com. SEAbox.com. shipping-cases-now.com. shippingcontainersforsale.co.uk. shipping-containers-sale.com. sjonescontainers.co.uk. thecontaineroutlet.com/shipping-containers.htm. trucker-to-trucker.com/trucking-container-trailers.cfm. tsicontainers.com. ysbox.co.nz, Christchurch, NZ. Worldwide moving websites. Most movers put your stuff in a container and ship it by ship. Smaller things can go on air cargo, but it's more expensive. In my opinion, the costs of transporting things is worth almost as much as the value of the stuff itself, not to mention the headache of moving it plus breakage. I say pack a few things in a few trunks, ship them via cargo and buy new furniture when you get there. 123movers.com/international_movers/s international/default.html, get free quotes from international movers. alliedvan.net. brancher.com. craighead.com. escapeartist.com/expatriate/resources.htm. fidai.com, network of worldwide moving companies. insiders.com/relocation. linksmoving.com. monstermoving.com. move.com. movequest.com. moverlist.net. movermax.com. moverquotes.com. moving.com. movingcenter.com. navl1.com, North American Van Lines. oneentry.com, moving companies quotes international movers. pathfinder.com/money/department/real_estate/best places to live. relojournal.com. relojournal.com/newsbreak.htm. themovingyellowpages.com. topmovingcompany4u.com. uhaul.com, truck rentals. uvl.com, uvl.ca, 800-325-3870, United Van Lines. vanpock.com, sales@vanpock.com, 800-877-0444. vipvanlines.com. virtualrelocation.com. Pet Transport Services. These services are professional transport services generally able to ship your pet anywhere in the world and arrange for the proper papers and medical services, i.e. shots. KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, 800-374-7747. KLM.com, klm.nl, can transport any animal, even a horse. Doggontaxi.com. Grullablue.com/shipping.htm, shipping your horse overseas. Pettravel.com/airline_rules.cfm. Globalpause.co.za, South Africa. peatnetty.com. AAAPetTransport.com. AcmePetTransport.com. ActionPetExpress.com. AnimalsAway.com. Dogtainers.com.au. EXPAtExchange.com. ExpressPetTransport.com. FeathersandFurVanLines.com. FlyPets.com. GlobalAnimalTransport.com. HappyTailsTravel.com. HuskyPetLove.com/jetpet.html, Vancouver, Canada. iPada.com. JeetahPet.com. JetPets.com.au. LNTPetTransport.com. NationwidePetTransport.com. Ozpet.com.au. PocPet.com, Pacific Pet Transport. PetMove.com. PetMovers.com. PetSmart.com/global. PetTransport.com.au. PetTransport.net. PetTransporter.com. PetTransportService.com. PropTransports.com. ThePTPhotoContest.com/article/pettransport.html. TheTrustedTraveler.com. TLCPetTransport.com. USAPetTransport.com. Uship.com. WayneNewtonTransportServices.com/pet_transport. Animal Air Transportation Association. 1709 New York Avenue, NW. Washington, D.C. 20006-5206. 301-292-1970. Transport all manner of animals, even whales. Free brochure, air travel for your dog or cat. Northwest Airlines. Pet Transport. 888-692-4738. NWA.com. Arizona. Canine Country Club. 2332 E. Washington. Phoenix, Arizona 85034. 602-244-8171. California. Action Pet Express Lax. 318 East Hillcrest Boulevard. Inglewood, California 90301. 213-673-1611. Jet Pets Inc. 9014 Pershing Drive. LAX, California 90291. 213-823-8901. Pet Express. POG 40160. San Francisco, California 94140. 415-822-7111. Worldwide Pet Shipping. 2027 Central Avenue, S. El Monte, California 91733. 213-448-6143. Colorado. Pegasus Pet Shipping. 4365 Eaton. Denver, Colorado 80212. 303-431-4951. Connecticut. Keystone Kennels. 227 Cheshire Road. Bethany, Connecticut 06525. 203-393-3126. Valley Pet Care. 47 Patria Road, S. Windsor, Connecticut 06074. 203-528-1226. D.C., Washington. K. Kennels. POG 133. US RT 50W. Chantilly, Virginia 22021. 301-469-5030. Florida. Air Animal. 4120 W. Cypress. Tampa, Florida 33607. 813-879-3210. Georgia. Air Animal, Atlanta. 3400 Interloop RD. Atlanta, Georgia 30320. 404-761-0589. Illinois. Air Pet Transport. 7560 Central Avenue. River Forest, Illinois 60305. 312-366-7080. Missouri. Ken Elwood Village. 755 New Ballas Road South. St. Louis, Missouri 63141. 314-429-2100. Pet Express. 9540 Northwest Prairie View Road. Kansas City, Missouri 64153. 816-891-2530. New York. Animal Travel Agency. 1926 Deer Park. Long Island, New York 11729. 516-667-8924. Worldwide Pet Transport. 13 to 14 College PT. Boulevard. College PT, New York 11356. 212-539-5543. Ohio. Chermax. 11798 Hamilton Avenue. Cincinnati, Ohio 45231. 513-825-0840. Pennsylvania. Frames Kennels. 1119 Haverford. Ridley, PK, PA 19078. 215-521-1123. Texas. DFW Pet Resort. 1026 Glade. Grapevine, Texas 76051. 817-481-7973. Animal Care Center. 6321 Bissonnet. Houston, Texas 77074. 713-774-2595. Washington. Atwood's Pet Transport. 2040 South 142nd Street. Seattle, Washington 98168. 206-241-0880. Ship a Car. uship.com/vehicles, car shipping portal, cheap auto transport and vehicle shipping. movecars.com. Shipping goods to the U.S., customs. Merchandise acquired abroad may be sent home by you or by the store where purchased. As these items do not accompany you on your return, they cannot be included in your customs exemption and are subject to duty when received in the United States. Duty cannot be prepaid. There are, however, special procedures to follow for merchandise acquired in and sent from the U.S. Virgin Islands, American Samoa, Guam, or Caribbean Basin countries. All incoming shipments must be cleared through U.S. Customs. Customs employees cannot, by law, perform entry tasks for the importing public, but they will advise and give information to importers about customs requirements. Customs collects duty, if any, as provided for in the tariff schedule, certain internal revenue taxes and sometimes a user fee. Any other charges paid on import shipments are for handling by freight forwarders, commercial brokers, or for other delivery services. Some carriers may add other clearance charges that have nothing to do with customs duties. Customs brokers are not U.S. Customs employees. Brokers' fees are based on the amount of work done, not on the value of the personal effects or tourist purchases you shipped. The fee may seem excessive to you in relation to the value of the shipment. The most cost-effective thing to do is to take your purchases with you if at all possible. Mail shipments, including parcel post, are generally cost-efficient. Parcels must meet the mail requirements of the exporting country as to weight, size, or measurement. The U.S. Postal Service sends all incoming foreign mail shipments to customs for examination. Packages free of customs duty are returned to the Postal Service for delivery to you by your home post office without additional postage, handling costs, or other fees. For packages containing dutiable articles, the customs officer will attach a mail entry showing the amount of duty to be paid and return the parcel to the Postal Service. The duty and a $5 processing fee on dutiable packages will be assessed. In addition, the U.S. Postal Service changes a handling fee on the package when delivered. Formal entry may be required for some shipments, certain textiles, wearing apparel, and small leather goods, regardless of value. Customs employees cannot prepare this type of entry for you. Only you or a licensed customs broker may prepare a formal entry. If you pay the duty on a package but feel that the duty was not correct, you may file a protest. This protest can be acted on only by the customs office that issued the mail entry receipt, Customs Form 3419A, attached to your package. Send a copy of this form with your protest letter to the customs office at the location and address shown on the left side of the form. That office will review the duty assessment based on the information furnished in your letter and, if appropriate, authorize a refund. Another procedure would be to not accept the parcel. You would then have to provide, within 5 days, a written statement of your objections to the postmaster where the parcel is being held. Your letter will be forwarded to the issuing customs office. The shipment will be detained at the post office until a reply from customs is received. Express shipments may be sent to the United States from anywhere in the world. The express company usually provides or arranges for customs clearance of the merchandise for you. A fee is charged for this service. Freight shipments, whether or not they are free of duty at the time of importation, must clear customs at the first port of arrival into the United States, or, if you choose, the merchandise may be forwarded in customs custody, in bond, from the port of arrival to another customs port of entry for customs clearance. All arrangements for customs clearance and forwarding in bond must be made by you or someone you designate to act for you. Frequently, a freight forwarder in a foreign country will handle all the necessary arrangements, including the clearance through customs in the United States by a customs broker. A fee is charged for this service. This fee is not a customs charge. If a foreign seller consigns a shipment to a broker or agent in the United States, the freight charge is usually paid only to the first port of arrival in the United States. This means there will be additional inland transportation or freight forwarding charges, broker's fees, insurance, and other items. An individual may also effect the customs clearance of a single, non-commercial shipment not requiring formal entry for you, if it is not possible for you to personally secure the release of the goods. You must authorize and empower the individual in writing to execute the customs declaration and the entry for you as your unpaid agent. The written authority provided to the individual should be addressed to the officer in charge of customs at the port of entry. Unaccompanied tourist purchases acquired in and sent directly from the U.S. Virgin Islands, American Samoa, Guam, or a Caribbean basin country, may be entered, if properly declared and processed, as follows. Up to $1,200 free of duty under your personal exemption if from an insular possession, $600 if from a Caribbean basin country. Remember that if up to $400 of this amount was acquired elsewhere than these countries, those articles must accompany you at the time of your return in order to claim duty-free entry under your personal exemption. An additional $1,000 worth of articles, dutiable at a flat 5% rate if from an insular possession, or various percentage rates found in the harmonized tariff schedules of the United States, based on the fair retail value in the country where purchased, if the merchandise is from a Caribbean basin country. Any amount over the above, dutiable at various rates of duty. The procedure outlined below must be followed. Step 1. You will a. List all articles acquired abroad on your customs declaration, Customs Form 6059B, except those sent under the $100 or the $200 bona fide gift provision to friends, relatives, and business associates, etc., in the U.S. B. Indicate which articles are unaccompanied. C. Fill out a declaration of unaccompanied articles, Customs Form 255, for each package or container to be sent. This form may be obtained when you clear customs if it was not available where you made your purchase. Step 2. At the time of your return, customs will A. Collect duty and tax if owed on goods accompanying you. B. Verify your unaccompanied articles against sales slips, invoices, etc. C. Validate Form 255 as to whether goods are free of duty under your personal exemption or subject to a flat rate of duty. 2 copies of the 3-part form will be returned to you. Step 3. You will return the yellow copy of the form to the shopkeeper, or vendor, holding your purchase, and keep the other copy for your records. You are responsible for advising the shopkeeper at the time you make your purchase that your package is not to be sent until this form is received. Step 4. The shopkeeper will place the form in an envelope and attach the envelope securely to the outside of the package or container, which must be clearly marked unaccompanied tourist purchase. Please note that a form must be placed on each box or container. This is the most important step to be followed in order for you to receive the benefits allowed under this procedure. Step 5. The Postal Service will deliver the package, if sent by mail, to you after customs clearance. Any duty owed will be collected by the Postal Service plus a postal handling fee, or you will be notified by the carrier as to the arrival of your shipment, at which time you will go to the customs office that has processed your shipment and make entry. Any duty or tax owed will be paid at that time. You may employ a customs broker to do this for you. A fee will be charged by the broker. Storage charges. Freight and express packages delivered before you return, without prior arrangements for acceptance, will be placed in storage by customs after 5 days, at the expense and risk of the owner. If not claimed within 6 months, the items will be sold. Mail parcels not claimed within 30 days will be returned to the sender unless a duty assessment is being protested. State use tax. Merchandise purchased abroad and brought back may be subject to a use tax in a number of states. The use tax on these purchases is assessed by states using information from customs declarations completed by returning travelers at ports of entry. The use tax rate is usually the same as the sales tax rate in the traveler's county of residence. Every effort has been made to indicate essential requirements. However, all regulations of customs and other agencies cannot be covered in full. Customs offices will be glad to advise you of any changes in regulations. Please consult your local telephone directory under U.S. Government, Department of the Treasury, U.S. Customs Service, for a telephone number of the nearest customs office. Should your contact with customs be less than favorable, the Customs Service is interested in hearing about it. Complaints of rude treatment may be reported to a customs supervisor at your port of entry, a passenger service representative, PSR, if available, or the appropriate customs port director. Allegations of criminal or serious misconduct may be reported to the Office of Internal Affairs hotline at 800-232-5378. U.S. Customs. Pub 7407. Washington, D.C. 20044. 202-566-8195. Customs.ustrees.gov. Customs.gov. Ship a bike or sports equipment. To ship a bike, you need to get a bike box, either a used one from a bicycle shop for free. Buy a cardboard bicycle box. Buy a hard plastic box like professional athletes and avid bike riders do. You need a tool to either take the handlebars off or turn them so that they fit into the box. Airlines will let you ship, often as one piece of your regular baggage, 2 free pieces, but with a surcharge because it's a bike, or you go to airline cargo with the bike all boxed up and ship it separately. Most places have a rule about the package not going above 60 pounds or a certain length, otherwise you will pay a lot more than the standard charge. At shipbikes.com, click on Pay for Shipping and enter your shipping and billing information. They send you instructions and a shipping label by computer that you print and put on your box. Federal Express ships bikes. To find drop-off locations like FedEx Kinko stores, call 800-GO-FedEx, 800-463-3339 or call for a pickup from your house. You can send the bike to a place or pick it up at the nearest FedEx office where they can hold it free for up to 5 days. Most bike shipping boxes are 60 by 45 by 8. Take off the stem and turn it sideways. Take off the front tire and put it beside the bike for extra padding. Some places want you to take the pedals off. Some local bike shops package and ship bikes. Buy insurance because the bike could get bent during transit, then it's a write-off. They don't care. If you show up with a box that's not tightly packaged with lots of tape, they won't ship it. They have rules they have to follow. It has to be all boxed up. Call your airline. They don't like emails. You have to call shipbikes.com, 877-323-4083. aircaddy.com, buy boxes. ehau.com/fax_5042372_much-cost-ship-bicycle.html. dhl.com. Chapter 2. Sending more things. Shipping solutions/compare shipping costs. Redroller.com, free. Shippingsidekick.com. For a fee, ups.com, 800 pickups, will design custom packaging for you. Air Cargo Info. These companies ship things, size ranging from package to big containers. Freight-101.info/d/airfreight. delta.com/business_programs_services/delta_cargo/index.jsp, Delta. nca.aero, Nippon. Qantas.com.au/freight/dine/menu, Qantas. aircargointegrators.com/specialroutes.htm. aircargonews.com. aircargoworld.com. airtranscargo.com. alaskaaircargo.com. allbusiness.com. apxaircargo.com. astaaircargo.com. astaaircargo.us/services. bapelindia.net/services.htm. cargo.koreanair.com. cargolist.org. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/air_services_cargo, headquartered in Panama City, serves the Americas. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/world%sign 27s_busiest_airports_by_cargo_traffic. GoFetch.com, same day is all we do. InfoAuthority.com. MercuryAirCargo.com. MetroCouriers.com. MetroWorldLogistics.com, cargo freight forwarder. NationalAirCargo.com. NationalAirCargo.com. NipponExpressUSA.com, covers most of the world. NNRUSA.com. OCS.ca, OCS Express Freight and Logistics, Canada. Pilotair.com. Skynet.com.lb, Lebanon. 30,000feet.com/aircargo.htm. ticoemink.com/links_air_parcel.htm. Topshippingsites.com/airtransport. unitedstates.pro/shipping.html. ups.com/aircargo. usexpressfreight.com. vietnamairlines.com/cargo. Air One Express. Dallas, TX. 800-544-7474. Air Canada Cargo. 800-648-3029. America West Airlines. 800-228-7862. American Airlines. 800-638-7320. AA.com. Atlas Air Cargo. Jamaica, New York. 800-862-8527. Delta Airlines. 800-638-7333. DHL Worldwide Express. 800-225-5345. DHL.com. Emery Worldwide. 800-443-6379. FedEx.com. 800-238-5355. Global Air Cargo. Houston, TX. 800-345-7747. Jet Expediting. Worldwide. Boston, MA. 800-634-4078. Johnny Air Cargo. 203 South Vermont Avenue. La California 90014. 213-386-7080. Fax, 213-386-7277. Railway Express. 800-221-9370. Skyfreight. 800-221-2894. Team Air. 800-635-6224. Trinity Air Express. 800-544-7611. U.S. Postal Service. Express Mail. 800-222-1811. USPS.com. Western Pacific. 800-679-3701. Chapter 3. A shipping website guide at FeedSpot. A list of cargo websites at blog.feedspot.com/cargo_blogs. blog.feedspot.com/UK_cargo_blogs. 3plnews.com. ablecargo.com/blog. aircargoi.com/airline/blog. aircargonews.net. aircargoweek.com. aircargoweek.com. aircargoworld.com. airfreight-logistics.com. airfreight.com/blog. alphacargos.com/blog. amerijet.com/news-and-events. argocargo.co.uk/blog. barringtonfreight.co.uk/blog. barringtonfreight.co.uk/blog. blog.greencarrier.com. cargobreakingnews.com. cargocareservices.com/blog. cargofax.com. cargos.com/newsroom. cargospectrum.com/blog. cargotoafrica.co.uk/blog. cargotocaribbean.co.uk. cargotrends.in. ecargolog.in. forwardermagazine.com. freightos.com/blog. globalcargonews.com. gofreight.co/blog. gourldcargo.com/blog. highcargo.com. icecargo.com.au/news. insidelogistics.ca. kinternational.com/blogs. klfreight.com/kl-news. maridhanshipping.com/mts-blog. multicargo.pt/blog-n. parcels2india.co.uk/blog. projectcargoblog.com. ronishlogistics.com/blog. royalcargo.com/news. saudiacargoblog.com. shiphit.com/blog. shippingandfreightresource.com. simpleflying.com/category/aviation-news/cargo. thecargotimes.com. thelodestar.co.uk. tjocargo.com/blog.html. transcocargo.com.au/blog. universalcargo.com. worldcargonews.com. xenita.com/blog. ziplinelogistics.com/knowledge-center/blog. A list of shipping websites at blog.feedspot.com/shipping_blogs. 1grandtrunk.com/blog. airzacontainers.com/blog. alidropship.com/blog. apexgloballogistics.blogspot.com. bigship.in/blog. blog.aeroluggage.com. blog.choptanktransport.com. blog.freightcenter.com. blog.pacejet.com. blog.shiphawk.com. blog.stamps.com. blog.wholesale2b.com. dropshiplifestyle.com/blog. etceterainternational.com/blog. eurosender.com/blog. flagshipcompany.com/blog. flexport.com/blog. freightera.com/blog. freightpros.com/blog. gallaghertransport.com. johngood.co.uk/knowledge/shipping-blog. khalidjaohar.blogspot.com. laluna.coop/n/blog. lateshipment.com/blog. linkscourier.com/blog. lloydslist.maritimeintelligence.informa.com. maritimematters.com/category/shipping-news. modalisti.co/blog. marithanshipping.com/mts-blog. parcelhero.com. processweaver.com/blog.html. refundretriever.com/blog. reliablecouriers.com/blog. salioo.com/blog. secureship.ca/blog. shipgooder.com/category/shipping-blog. shiplalog.com. shiplily.com/blog. shipmonk.com/blog. shippingandfreightresource.com. shippingeasy.com/blog. shippingtoday.eu. shiprocket.in/blog/category/shipping-blogs. shipstation.com/blog. shipworks.com/blog. spratpersonalshipping.com/blogs. thedeliverygroup.co.uk/news. transportsca.co.uk. uship.com/blog. wcshipping.com/blog. worldwidebrands.com/blog. xenita.com/blog. A list of moving websites at blog.feedspot.com/moving_blogs. ablemoving.com/blog. allaroundmoving.com/r-blog. allreasonsmoving.com. americanvanlines.com/blog-news. aroundtownmovers.com/blog. arpan.com/category/blog. atmospheremovers.com/moving-tips-news. badaarmovers.com/blog. beacons.com/blog. billygoatmoving.com/blog. blog.hireahelper.com. blog.packers-and-movers-gergon.in. blog.twomenandatruck.com. cargocabby.ca/moving-blog. karmackmoving.com/tools-tips/karmack-blog. centomoving.com/blog. colemanalid.com/blog. colonialvanlines.com/blog. compaремymove.com/blog. cordmoving.com/blog. corriganmoving.com/handled-with-care. crate-uk.co.uk/crate-hire-blog. dirks.com/blog. dumomoving.com/moving-tips-blog. elidemoving.com/blog. elitemover.com/moving-blog. fantastic-removals.co.uk/blog. finehomesmoving.ca/blogs. foxmovingnashville.com/news. garrettsmovinginc.com/blog. gentlegiant.com/blog. globalvanlines.com/moving-tips-blog. Handled.com/blog. Interiorsforseniors.com/blog. jbmovingteam.com. libertymoving.com/blog. magicmoving.com/blog. maxwellrelocations.com/blog. megansmoving.com/blog. metcalfmoving.com/moverspackers-blog. midwaymoving.com/blog. moveitcubyte.com/moving-blog. moving.com/tips. moving.tips. movingaheadservices.com/resources/moving-news. movinghamemadiaz.com/blog. movingsolutions.in/blog. movingwaldo.ca/everything-moving. muscularmovingmen.com/blog. nationwideautotransportation.com/blog. noahsarkinc.com/blog. ajamove.com/blog. oldworldmovers.com/blog. ommscipackers.com/blog. onemovemovers.com/blog. ozmoving.com/blog. pmscarerelocation.blogspot.com. premier-mayflower.com/r-blog. qualitymovingenstorage.com/blog. ripmoving.com/blog. roadwaymoving.com/blog. servicesutra.com/blog. shiftersmovers.com/moving-blog. smoothmovepeople.net/blog. stressfreemovers.co.nz/blog. sydneydomainfurnitureremovals.com.au/blog. themovingblog.com. themovingsquad.co.nz/category/moving. timeriteremovals.com.au/moving-tips-tricks-blog. unitedvanlines.com/moving-tips/blog. upack.com/articles. updater.com/resources. wemovetheworld.com/blog. wheatonworldwide.com/blog. writerrelocations.com/blog. blog.feedspot.com/uk_moving_blogs. blog.feedspot.com/moving_forums. blog.feedspot.com/moving_RSS_feeds.